Hey guys, welcome back to Holistic Homesteading with the Hursts. I'm Megan, and in today's video I want to share with you my top 5 things that I love to go thrifting for and show you what I got in my recent thrifting haul. So thrifting is something that I really enjoy doing. When Brian and I, my husband, first got married, we were on a very tight budget. And then when we had a kid, I decided to stay home, so that cut our budget way down. And so the only way I was able to decorate our home or clothe our kid, a lot of different things, was by buying secondhand or thrifting items. So I grew up doing this anyways. I always loved a good bargain. So it was really fun for me and almost like a challenge to go thrifting, to be able to find things that were name brand or higher end things for a lot less. And then sometimes, it's not name brand or anything like that, but I just really like it, and I didn't have to pay full price for it, and it's not brand new, so a lot of people didn't already have it. So that was pretty cool to me too. I've always liked being different and not having the same as everybody else. So one of the top 5 things that I love to go thrifting for is home decor. This is what I see a lot of people going to thrift for, and it's just a really good challenge to find little pieces in the thrift store that will go in my home that make it unique, but also kind of pull things together, and you're just able to display that for a lot less than it would be to even go to Walmart sometimes, or go to definitely like a higher end home decor store. So I just love doing that. I usually try to find mid-century modern pieces mixed with like vintage vibes as well. So that's kind of what I look for in the home decor section. The next thing that I always look at when I'm at a thrift store is the books section. I am a book nerd. I love reading new books, and I love having my bookshelves stocked with books that I like to read, and going to thrift stores is so much cheaper than going to a bookstore or ordering it brand new. Now, I still do that depending on how new the book is. You don't really get a lot of newer books at thrift stores. So if it's a brand new release and I really want to read it, then I'll just buy it brand new. But it's nice to go to the book section and find something that maybe I've been wanting to read, or maybe it's a title I've never heard of, but it sounds very interesting to me. I love a good mystery book, fiction, and so those are nice to find, and you only pay like less than $1 for them usually. Like a hardback book is like $1, and then a soft paperback book is usually 50 cents. And I do a lot of kids books as well, because the kids tear the books up, and so I don't have to feel so bad for spending a whole lot of money on books. But we'll also do educational books as well. So it's just a really good place to find unique things and just to browse in that section. Now, I definitely go to the kids aisle when I go to a thrift store, because if you have kids, you know how messy they are, how easy it is for them to get their clothes stained. And if you are like me, you do not like to spend a ton of money on your kids' clothes, just because, one, they grow super fast, and so they don't wear them for very long, and two, they mess them up so easily but by playing outside. And we live next to a creek, so I cannot tell you how many times I have had my kids ruin their clothes by mud just by playing in the creek. And so I don't like to buy them brand new clothes. I rarely ever buy them brand new clothes. So thrift stores are the way to go for that. And plus, I have found some really cute clothes for my kids at thrift stores, and paid like pennies compared to what they would have been brand new on the rack, and they still practically look brand new. So I just tried to check for stains and holes. Now I've still gotten home and realized there was a small hole somewhere that I didn't know about, but those are easy to stitch up. So definitely I hit the kids section for clothes whenever I'm in a thrift store. This next one, I cannot tell you how many times I have lucked up on finding, but it's furniture. So I have several pieces of furniture in my house that I've paid so little money for, and I love the uniqueness of it, and that there's not a lot of people that have these items just because it was sold, maybe 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and then they just gotten tired of it, and it's like a new piece in my house. So I have gotten dressers and chairs and let's see what else, side tables, couches, beds. So I don't really discriminate when it comes to furniture. I just want to make sure that it's stable and that it looks good. It can have a few scratches or dings. That's fine with me. It's going to end up with a few scratches or dings in my house anyways with young kids, so that's not a big deal. I don't want like a gaping hole or the drawers to not be able to pull in and out. So I've done some really good shopping at thrift stores when it comes to furniture, and I always love finding those things because it's so much cheaper. Like, for example, I have a dresser in my living area. So my husband and I stay in our living area. Our bed is there, and we needed a dresser, but I didn't want something that looked like a bedroom dresser. I wanted it to be versatile because it's in our living space. Our kitchen and our dining and our living area are all one open space, and now our bedroom is there until we can build on. So this dresser kind of looks like a buffet, but it also has drawers, and so this is where we store our clothes, but I also have books and stuff on there, so it just fit really well, and I paid $45 for that. So actually my neighbor found this and like sent me a picture. She's like, "Could you use this?" And I was like, yes. It was perfect timing, so we went and picked it up. But I definitely do not pass up the furniture aisle. So I haven't gotten into reselling things yet. Maybe I'll get there one day. I just don't really like dealing with reselling, so I just haven't got there yet. Last but not least, I like to search the games and puzzles section. Puzzles and games can be pretty expensive in the store, but a lot of families don't use them, or they'll use them just a few times, not enough to really make them worn out or anything, and then they put them in the thrift store because nobody really wants to spend extra money on puzzles and games. So I love to go that way. My family loves puzzles. This is something that I love doing with my kids. It's a challenge to me, it's a challenge to them, and it's quality time. And so we love to pick out fairly larger puzzles. Usually right now my kids' age, 100 pieces or less is something that we go for, just so that they don't get super frustrated with it right now. But I want something that's also a challenge for me. I don't want, just like a 10-piece puzzle and it's super easy to put together and it's done quickly. I want something that makes me think, but also makes the kids think, but it's not too hard. So we go for puzzles, and then games. We've started to get into games with our kids. They're getting to the age now where they can comprehend rules and how to play things. And so I will search the game section, and I cannot tell you how many games I have seen. And some of them I've wanted to buy regardless of my kids' age, but I have held back because we don't have a lot of time to play just adults games. So I have not bought those, but I do buy the games that I can play with my kids, or we can play as a family. One game we got one time was a battleship game, and all the pieces were there, and it was a really fun thing to share with my daughter, who is almost 6. And it's so funny because the age range says 7 years or older, and so I wasn't really sure if she would get it very well, but after 3 games she's already beat me, so it was fun. And then it's just fun to know that I just paid a couple of dollars for a board game that has all the pieces. It's practically brand new, and we get to enjoy this with our family. And when we're done with it, we can just return it to another thrift store, and another family can enjoy that later. So those are my top 5 things that I always go to the thrift store and look in those sections. So I would love to know what one of your top favorite things to thrift for is. But let's go ahead and get into my recent haul. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, I am going to show you these huge 24 by 24 inch pillows. I've been wanting to up my game in my bed. It just kind of looks plain to me. I really want it to look cozy, but I don't want it to be cluttered with like 75 pillows. Like the decorative pillows that you have layers and layers and layers of. So I've been seeing these just like statement pillows with these really big pillows, like 24 or 18 inches. And so I found these. These were just $3.99 each. I got 2 of them. And I'm going to buy covers for them off of Amazon, probably maybe Walmart, just to get them covers, unless I can find a fabric that I like at Hobby Lobby and just sew some covers. So I haven't decided yet exactly what we're going to do, but I wanted these to just kind of add a statement to our bed, make them feel cozy without adding a bazillion pillows. The next thing I got is this really pretty, it's like a vase or a pottery. It's like clay. So I've been wanting to find something. I was looking for a crock, I think is what they're called. I have several of those, and I've actually turned them into flower, not vases, but flower pots for outside on our porch. And they look really pretty, but I've been wanting one to hold some utensils like wooden spoons, whisks, things like that on my kitchen counter. Right now we have a mason jar, and it works, but it's just not very pretty. I don't know. I just wanted a crock or something. So this is what I think I'm going to use that for. It's just a really pretty cream color and has a wide mouth so I can fit several things in there. So that's what I plan on doing in my kitchen. So like I said, I love to go to the kids section and pick out clothes. So I'm not going to like revel on each piece of clothing that I got. But I got my 1-year-old just a lot of clothes that she can wear right now. She's just running out of clothes very quickly. She's growing out of them. She hit a growth spurt in the last couple of weeks, and so the things that she was fitting into just were not working anymore. So these are gently used, no stains, super cute. Now I did get this one because I thought this would be super cute in the winter, and it's 18 months. And all of this was like 99 cents each. Some of them were $1.99, the larger pieces. But that's what I got her. I got my 6-year-old several cute dresses. She's not 6 yet, but she's starting to fit into 6X, which is bittersweet. But lots of cute little dresses. Oh no, I just realized that this dress has a hole in it in the back, right in the middle. Yeah, so let's see what that price. It was $3.99. Now the thing, I got these at Goodwill, so I can take this back, and I may end up doing that because that hole is not in like a seam where I can easily stitch that up and it's not noticeable. It's like right in the middle. So I'm going to actually set that aside, and you guys saw how sometimes I miss it. Alright, she got this little romper, this cute little beachy dress, Very summery. I think she'll be able to probably fit in these next summer too, if she doesn't put stains on them before then. This one I loved. It's a little checkered blue dress. I got my son. I didn't really find him a whole lot of like regular clothes. He just got a bunch of hand-me-downs, so he's not really in need of clothes right now, but I did find him some PJs. And these actually have the pants that go with them. And so he is a big fan of PJs, and he loves his Paw Patrol and superheroes. So these were, I think, what were these? Like $2 each, I think. $2.99 each. So it's a really great price for PJs when kids just wear them to bed. I only found myself 2 pieces of clothing from this thrift store because I am almost 9 months pregnant and I don't really like buying clothes when I'm this big. I just feel like it's a waste of money. So I ended up getting me some sweatpants. These are Maurice brand. They were $3.99, medium. They're like a green color. And so I will not be wearing these right now. We're still in the middle of summer. But I thought these would be super cozy postpartum whenever you don't really like, you know, a lot of tight things. You just want something comfortable after you have a baby. So I figured I would get those for that. I also got this maternity shirt. And so my kids are not the only ones who get stains on their clothes. I do too, and especially when I'm pregnant, because I don't have a mirror that goes down super low, and so I really can only see from here up. And we are visiting my in-laws in Indiana right now, and they have a mirror, and I have seen my belly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many like little spots, oil stains on like below my belly button that I didn't see until now because I have a mirror. So, and I thought I was wearing my aprons when I was supposed to. So anyways, I need to try to get those out, but this was a cute little plain shirt and it's dark, so if I got something on it, it shouldn't show up as bad. I got this cute little fake plant, faux plant, and I'm going to put this in my little laundry area. It doesn't get any sunlight, so a real plant wouldn't work there. So I'm just going to put this on one of the wooden shelves, and I do need to do a reveal as soon as I get the cabinet on of the laundry room makeover. I was able to get these cute sandals. I don't have a lot of shoes, and I wear them until they're falling apart. So these look to be in really good condition. They were 50% off of $4, so they were $2. And so this was a good find. Now, I told you guys I like to look at the puzzles and games, so this puzzle, I made sure that all the pieces were there. We put together the puzzle last night, and it's actually two-sided. It's a 100-piece puzzle, and it's huge on the floor. And so the kids really like that, and I thought we could use this for science to talk about different body parts and bones. So this one was a really good purchase, not only for quality time, but good for school as well. Same with this one. This is the Melissa and Doug puzzle as well as the last one. And these can be pretty expensive. I need to look up and see how much they are brand new. But this one is a 48-piece floor puzzle. It's beautiful once it's put together, and the kids will be able to learn like the names of the planets and kind of their spacing and stuff like that. So I really liked this one. It's very pretty. Now this set I will probably return. They told me I could return it if all the pieces weren't there. So once I got home, I opened it up and looked through it, and there's several things that are missing. So, but yeah, I would just, if you're going to buy things like this, either get it super cheap, like 50 cents or less than $1, or make sure that you can bring it back if you can. So this one was like $3.99 for this, but it doesn't have all the pieces, and so I just don't think that I really want to hang on to it since it doesn't have all the pieces. So I got some quality time with my daughter while we were shopping, and so she picked out this game. It's called Surprise Slides. The box looks pretty bad, but all the pieces are there, and she is obsessed with Frozen, unfortunately. So we don't do a lot of Disney stuff for many reasons, but this one was bought secondhand, so no money was given to Disney, thankfully, or none of our money was given to Disney, and she gets to enjoy this game. So I was also able to find some really good books. I got this one. It's called The Book of Romance, and it is the Song of Solomon view on love, sex, and intimacy. And so I thought this would be really good to read about what the Bible says about marriage and intimacy with my spouse. So I'm always trying to grow in every area of my life, and I think that books are a really great place to start. I've also talked about doing a Sabbath, and I've really been looking into how to go about that with our family and not make it like works based or something like that has to be a certain way, but trying to figure out, you know, what's the best way that's going to serve our family with the Sabbath. So this book is called Sabbath and Finding Rest, Renewal, and Delight in Our Busy Lives. So I'm excited to read this one. This book I've already read 1,000 times, and I think that I might have loaned mine out, and I don't remember who I loaned it to. Love you. So I went ahead and picked this up because it was 99 cents, and it's a really good book, and I know that I will read it again, and I will probably put my name in the beginning of it so that if it does get loaned out again, hopefully it'll make its way back to me. I was able to get the kids a few books. Dolphin Island. My little girl loves dolphins and unicorns and mermaids, all the fairy tale type stuff, but she's really getting into chapter books. She can't read yet, but she loves for me to read them to her. We're also learning Spanish, and so this was a really good Spanish one, and it says it in Spanish and English, so we can read that and get the kids used to that. I got this one, is the World Atlas, has beautiful pictures in it, and just a really great way to teach the kids how to use maps and atlases and things like that. So, and then just about different places in the world. I got this 5-minute Bible devotions for children. So these are stories from the Old Testament, so we'll probably put this into our school curriculum. Kids love learning about the earth and lava and weather and things like that. So, yeah, I will have to probably put this through a lens of creation, because a lot of sciencey things don't put that through the lens of creation. And so I will read this along with my kids. This is called The House in the Middle of Town. I didn't pick this out, my daughter did. I think she liked the pictures and stuff, so we'll see how that one goes. And then my kids also love animals. So this is called Busy Beavers. It's just about how beavers work and all that stuff. So the last thing that I got that I'm going to talk about with you guys is a beautiful rocking chair. Now, like I said, we are currently visiting my in-laws. We are in Indiana, and I thought my husband was going to shoot me when I told him I bought a rocking chair. But it was $15, and it's so cute, and I just think it would look great in my house, so I didn't pass it up. Went ahead and bought it, and I said my in-laws can bring it down to Tennessee when they come if it doesn't fit in our car. So we'll try to squeeze it in there, but if it doesn't fit, then that's fine. I do plan on replacing the seat. I want to recover it, but the wood itself is already in great shape. It's beautiful. I've sat in it, and it rocks. I think it would be so pretty in a nursery, although I don't have a nursery. I don't know. Like I have said before, we plan on building on next year and adding on some extra rooms, so even if I can't get it to fit where I want it right now in our house. I can put it downstairs in storage where a lot of our other furniture is, and not have to worry about it when we get built on, about trying to fill up our house with furniture. So I'm excited about this, and I think it will be so pretty in our house. I was also able to find this really cute bamboo tray, and I couldn't pass it up. It was only $1. And so I ended up putting it on my table and putting some decor on it. And then I also found this really cute basket. Now, I know I have a bazillion baskets in my house. This was so pretty. It was only $3 and it seemed to be very well made. So I'm sure I can find somewhere to put it. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far on this thrift haul. I would love to know your favorite things that you love to thrift, and maybe what was your most prized possession from thrifting. I would love to hear that in the comment section below. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I do at least one video per week on homesteading, homemaking, and a holistic life, and so I would love to have you stick around. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.